Hello, it's Jade, and I know it's really weird seeing like a video, like an actual video, not just like a bunch of pictures that I just post with music. But I decided to update you a little on my life. I know you're probably like, well, we don't really ask for an update, but I felt like I should do that. First of all, I haven't been able to do as many videos, and I haven't like skated, like actually skated, um, in maybe 4 months. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, like end of March, early April, and all through March I was getting a bunch of tests done, MRIs, spinal tap, blood work, and all that good stuff. And it was confirmed that I had multiple sclerosis after there were like a bunch of lesions on my brain. And it was very hard news for me, not because I was like, oh my gosh, I have this like horrible disease, but more so the fact of the timing. I was diagnosed roughly a little less than a month after the 2-year anniversary of my best friend's dad's passing, and he actually passed away due to a long battle with multiple sclerosis. And finding out that I had MS, like the first thing I thought of is, how is my friend going to handle this? But she took it really well, and surprisingly has been like a really good support. Unlike a lot of people, a lot of my friends have actually drifted and kind of pulled themselves away from me. And like a lot of acquaintances, people who I didn't consider a friend because we didn't have as strong of a bond, but I would still talk to them and see them every once in a while. They're like non-existent now. So that all happened and went down, and my neurologist has been absolutely wonderful, and I'm just learning more and more about the disease, and I get like sad every once in a while, not because of the disease itself and like, oh, I'm like slowly becoming disabled, but more so the fact that because of the effects that it's having on my body, I haven't been able to skate, which my username is Skater Jade, and I would post a lot of skating videos, so skating was a really big part of my life, and it was something I really enjoyed doing, so it's been really hard not being able to do that. But I've found a lot of great other outlets. I've been writing more poetry, and I'm still able to go to school, and I actually graduated, yay, and I got accepted into this really awesome healthcare leadership program at this university, and I will be attending that school in the fall as a junior, so I'll have my BA by the time I'm like 20. So that's really cool and really awesome that I'm going into the healthcare field after being diagnosed with something it really is like pretty tragic and like devastating, especially being that I was like a super active person, and this is kind of limited like what I'm physically able to do. So that's kind of why I haven't been posting a lot of like fun videos. And actually after I was diagnosed, I actually had to drop the modeling agency because I wasn't able to do that as much, and a lot of the shoots and practices and trainings and all that, they were very like long. Once I had like a 9-hour shoot, it was crazy, and I couldn't do that, and then just like them tell me when I need to do things. But despite me being out of the agency, I'm still able to do shoots. It's just more of a freelance, and I'm doing it because like I want to do it like for my own personal benefit, and like paying photographers just because I want pictures done, opposed to like when I was in the agency, it's like, this is my job, I have to do this, this, and this. And also, like on top of that, I was already like wanting to leave the agency before I was diagnosed, which like is like horrible as it sounds, being diagnosed is like, oh, now I have an excuse, opposed to like, oh yeah, I don't really want to be a part of this anymore, which yeah, kind of worked out in the long run. But on that, it was just a lot of me not having that freedom to do, like, pose how I want to, have my hair and makeup how I wanted to, and I was actually always told that I needed to straighten my hair because my hair is naturally curly, and my manager didn't like that as much because it made me look different. And so being out of the agency, I've been able to wear my natural hair to shoots sometimes and dress how I want to dress, and like, it's not like it was bad like doing that, but my agency, it was more commercial, and so they want me to look like, oh, I'm in a JCPenney catalog, when I want more like interesting photos. And I like modeling and taking pictures because I like there to be like a story, something interesting about the photo for you to want to like know that person, know like what's behind the image, opposed to just like, oh, it's a pretty person wearing a pretty dress. So I don't know if you can like understand that, but this whole getting out of it and being diagnosed is kind of a good thing. On the topic of modeling and such, I don't know if you guys would want me to like post like stuff about modeling or posing, or even like post some of my shoots. Oh look, there's like pictures of me up there. Horrible school photos, and then modeling photos. Yeah, this is gonna go to like a different wall because it's embarrassing. But I could do that. Just leave in the comments like anything you're interested in. But what I was going to say is hopefully I'm going to be doing some more like haul type videos and like collective type videos. I keep on putting them off because I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to buy that pair of shoes soon. And I was going to do an updated vintage. Actually, I've never actually done like all my vintage items. I think the last vintage thing I did was like vintage inspired looks, and at that time I only had like 4 or 5 actual authentic vintage items that I had gotten like in Portland, and then a few stuff from my mom. But ironically, I'm going to Portland in like 2 weeks, and I'll be buying a lot of stuff down there because like I don't know where to stop. I have too much, but like at the same time not enough. Anyway, I love vintage, and hopefully once I like buy more vintage items, I can eventually do like vintage lookbooks and just like going through stuff. This video is like a lot of rambling, but this is kind of like me like coming back into YouTube, like not just like doing like the cheating way of just like, oh, here's pictures, here's music, post. But sorry about this video being super rambly and me like wearing pajamas and having my hair like horrible. But this is just kind of like an update of what's going on in my life. Leave comments below, like I said earlier, of anything that you might want to see. And again, I apologize for this video being long and rambly, but hopefully I'll be posting more soon. Oh, also, I actually have my first infusion tomorrow of the medication for my MS, and I'm a little nervous. Excited, but nervous. It's been like 3 months I've waited to go on it because long insurance battle. But my secondary insurance finally approved the medication, and so I get to start tomorrow. And it's called Ocavas, and it's like this new medication. So wish me luck. Hopefully you'll be seeing more of me. Bye, guys.